everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Karen Word.
Okay, everyone. We have some very big and exciting news.
Yes, we do.
Oh, my gosh. This is so exciting. It's our dream come true.
I feel really honored, honestly.
I know.
To finally be recognized by EBS.
Yeah.
Okay, you tell them the
Okay,
news.
so our Power English show is about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But they have extended it to an hour.
Yeah!
Yay! Woo!
Yes!
Oh, my gosh.
So we will now, every morning, be on the show for 1 hour.
I know.
Starting from April.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
Oh. I mean, I feel...
Maybe we could go live later.
That's the dream.
Okay, that is the dream.
That is the dream.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it is great because of all of your support. Honestly, since we started doing the live show on Fridays, I think EBS has really seen how much our fans love us.
Oh, yes.
And so...
And do you know that a lot of listeners have started listening to Power English because of Evening Special?
Yeah.
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 Oh, totally.
And it's because of all that support. We're now an hour long.
All right, so it's very exciting. We have a lot of things to do. So let's get started.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who are just joining our show, every day has a different topic. And today, it's a food dialogue.
Yes.
And we are going to talk about meal kits. You know, these meal kits are very popular these days for busy people. They're dirt cheap.
Yes.
So this expression, dirt cheap, sounds a little strange because we know cheap, sada, but why is there hook? Why is there dirt on there?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So this is just an intensifier. It's just a way of saying really, 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 really inexpensive. You know, you don't have to buy dirt.
Right.
You just pick it up off the ground.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it means they're very, very inexpensive.
Yeah.
Okay. Another expression is fed up with something or someone. F-E-D and then U-P. Fed up.
You're frustrated, you're irritated, you're tired of someone.
I know. Just, oh, gosh. Fine tune. F-I-N-E hyphen T-U-N. I feel when you use the word tune, I think of cars and engines.
Yes, it's true. Yeah, fine tune. That tune is T-U-N-E. And it means that you are making small changes to improve something.
Yes.
Not big changes, just little things to make it perfect.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to our meal kit dialogue.
I'm fed up with shopping and cooking every day, especially since I'm only cooking for myself.
Why don't you subscribe to a meal kit service?
I always thought they would be too expensive.
Compared to a restaurant meal, they're dirt cheap. Plus, you don't end up wasting food like you do with groceries.
How do you know I'll like anything they offer?
Well, they offer a wide variety of choices, and they've spent the last few years fine-tuning the recipes.
Here we go. Stacy says, I'm fed up with shopping and cooking every day, especially since I'm only cooking for myself. Okay, this is what I'm saying. Okay, I'm fed up with shopping and cooking every day.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Kristen's situation currently. Okay, I'm fed up with doing something or someone. What does this mean?
You're frustrated. You're tired of doing something.
Yeah, you don't want to do it anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Especially since I'm only cooking for myself. So, especially since is our power pattern.
Right. So, I think we know especially. And I think we also know since. But since, if you remember, it has two meanings in English. It has the meaning of from this time on, so since 1979. Or it can also mean because. And this is what it is meaning in this case. So especially since is particularly because. So Stacy was already fed up. She was already tired with the shopping and the cooking. But now she's by herself.
Yeah.
If it was for like her family, it's a little different. It's like, oh, I'm doing something for my family.
Right.
But you know, when you live alone, cooking is just
Oh, for yourself, it's just too much work.
So much.
It's too much work. Okay, so Noah says, why don't you subscribe to a meal kit service?
Yes.
Okay. And what does Stacy say?
She says, I always thought they would be too expensive.
Okay, 비싸.
Yeah.
Right, so it's a little too expensive. And Noah says, compared to a restaurant meal, they're dirt cheap. Plus, you don't end up wasting food like you do with groceries. Okay, now, they're not cheap, but compared to restaurant meals, they're dirt cheap. So I think that's important, the comparison.
Yes.
It's not that they're cheap, but they're cheap compared to restaurant meals.
Right,
Okay.
yeah.
So this expression, dirt cheap, it means very cheap?
Yeah, extremely.
Extremely
Like
cheap.
the cheapest you can get would be dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And I think this is also maybe not necessarily a Korean example.
Yeah.
Because in Korea, honestly, I find the restaurants are not that expensive.
I agree.
If you go to like a casual restaurant.
Like 백반 cheap.
Yeah, those types of things.
Yeah.
But in America, even those types of restaurants sometimes get really expensive.
Very much.
So a lot of people are relying on these meal kit services where they're delivered to your house even because it's a dirt cheap alternative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. So Noah's saying, and another thing, plus meaning another thing, you don't end up wasting food like you do with groceries. So groceries is what? Groceries.
Yes. So groceries are food shopping items. So any type of thing that you would buy that you are wanting to eat, that would be your groceries.
Yeah.
So
Supermarket
stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
If you want to get really specific, it's often like raw things. So meat and vegetables and fruit.
Yeah.
Those are really considered groceries. But you can include things like crackers, cereal, ramen. They're not fresh, but they kind of get included into the grocery category as well.
Yeah. I've lived alone at one time in my life, and it's true. You got to get 3 onions.
Yeah.
And you got to get a whole bag of garlic. Then you don't cook at home, and then you always end up throwing away your food.
Yeah.
You waste a lot of food.
It's true.
Yeah.
Though, for me in Korea, the most difficult one is mushrooms.
Oh.
You have to buy, like, the sesonggi 버섯, you have to buy, like, 10 of them. It's so many. I can't buy, like, one at a time.
2 or 3 in a pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so many.
Stacy says, how do you know I'll like anything they offer?
Well, they offer a wide variety of choices, and they've spent the last few years fine-tuning the recipes.
So they have many choices, and they are fine-tuning the recipes. So what are they doing to the recipes?
They're making small changes to make the recipes better.
Yeah.
This is not, like, big changes. It's just the small things, but it's the things that really matter sometimes.
Yeah.
So think of like a piano.
Yeah, tuning the piano.
Tuning a piano is
Right.
whenever you pull the strings or you loosen the strings to get the perfect pitch, right?
Right.
And often that's kind of the most important and takes the longest time.
Sure.
Because if you're in music, it has to be the perfect tune.
Sure.
The perfect tone.
Sure.
Yeah.
So fine-tuning in this case is not about like, hi, hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you. That kind of fine. But it's that sort of very detailed.
Small, yeah.
Small, right, tuning.
Yeah.
Not like huge, big tuning changes.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, so these meal kits then, for a
Yes.
single person, can actually be a good thing.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I'm a guy.
Yeah.
I'm 192 centimeters.
Yeah.
So
Yes, you
often the meal kit is too small.
Oh, you need to get
and
two?
I get 2 meal kits.
Oh, yeah.
So it does not. But if you do not eat a lot of food, it is nice because you got the perfect amount
Sure.
of the vegetables.
Sure.
And you often get to cook foods that you wouldn't normally cook.
Right.
Like you can make like Thai curry I don't know how to make Thai curry.
Right.
But the recipe card is just right there and you read it.
Yeah.
I love a good meal kit.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and listen to that dialogue one more time.
I'm fed up with shopping and cooking every day, especially since I'm only cooking for myself.
Why don't you subscribe to a meal kit service?
I always thought they would be too expensive.
Compared to a restaurant meal, they're dirt cheap. Plus, you don't end up wasting food like you do with groceries.
How do you know I'll like anything they offer?
Well, they offer a wide variety of choices, and they've spent the last few years fine-tuning the recipes.
It's time for Power Note. Fed up with something or someone means that you're irritated, you're tired of something, you don't want to do it anymore, you're frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm fed up with this situation.
Fed up.
Okay, Mike, you look upset. What's wrong?
I'm fed up with the way we get treated here.
Well, too bad. Suck it up. Okay. Sean was fed up with never getting a promotion, so he quit.
Oh, yeah. If you're at a
that's true.
job and you don't get recognized,
True.
you don't get more money
I
or
know.
promotion,
I know.
I would get fed up and leave too.
Yeah. What else can we get fed up with?
I often get fed up with all of the adult responsibilities that I have to do by myself.
Really?
Well, like cleaning and like paying bills and like washing dishes and like, I don't know, taking out the trash. It just like doesn't stop. You know what gets me though? Okay, I'll tell you what I'm most fed up.
Okay, that's what I want to hear.
Laundry. It never ends. Like there's just always got to put it in. Then you got to like take it out and dry it.
Yeah.
And then after it dries, it doesn't
Fold
dry
it.
in a good time.
Yeah.
It takes like 2 days to dry.
Uh-huh.
And then you have to fold it, and then you have to put it in.
And then wear it again.
Yeah, and then you've already got other clothes. Like laundry is the thing I get most fed up with.
One example that I can give as a mother to a teenage son, I'm fed up with your attitude.
Oh!
Ooh. So this means when you say I'm fed up with your attitude, it means bad attitude.
Yeah, like,
it's implied.
Yeah, you're like, me.
Yeah. I don't want to do this.
It's very shimsur,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right. To fed up with. So this is really like when you finally have lost your tolerance.
Yeah.
You chamel, and then finally you're like, I'm fed up. Okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Why are you smiling?
I don't know. You're very cute, Krista.
Well, I got to add that Korean in there.
Yeah, it's totally true.
Okay. Now, I want to know why it's dirt cheap. I wonder, have you ever wondered why they use the word dirt in front of cheap to say it's very cheap?
It almost
Is it cheap as dirt?
Cheap as dirt,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Or maybe it's so cheap you could just give someone dirt.
Yeah.
Because we have another expression.
Which one?
Like when you pay peanuts for something.
Yeah.
Like peanuts is another word for cheap.
Yes,
where it's
that's
like
right.
you could just give that person a bag of peanuts and they would give you the item you want.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
That's kind of an old
Pay
expression.
Peanuts. It is an old expression.
It is an older expression. But I think it is this kind of feeling of like, it's so cheap, you could exchange it for something that's seen as pretty much worthless. And it's not, even though it's talking about dirt, it's not talking about something bad necessarily. Like, oh, look at this diamond ring. I got it for dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I got like 90% off.
Right.
It can still be for something really good, but it's just really emphasizing how cheap that thing is.
That's right. Wow, nice car. Did you pay a lot for it?
No, my uncle sold it to me dirt cheap.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Have an uncle or an aunt, and they sell you the car for dirt cheap. My favorite clothing brand is Dirt Cheap at the outlet store.
That's how you do it. You go to those outlets.
I love a good deal. I love getting things at dirt cheap prices.
Really?
Yeah, it's such a great feeling, especially if there's an item that was expensive. And then it's like 90% off. It's the greatest feeling.
It does feel really good.
It does.
Not having to pay money.
Yeah. Is there anything, these days though, I can't really think of anything that is dirt cheap. Everything is so expensive.
Yeah, I mean,
Right?
other than like ramen. Even ramen though
Ramen's
is like
expensive.
not as cheap. I bought some recently.
Yeah.
I was expecting it to be cheaper. Kimbap? Although, so as someone who lives in Seoul, you get used to Seoul prices.
That's right.
Sometimes I go into the countryside.
Oh my
And you
goodness.
notice these 분식점s.
Yeah. And they're dirt cheap.
It feels dirt. I know, locally, all the prices are lower.
Right.
But as someone who's used to paying Seoul prices, it feels so dirt cheap to eat.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I think that's an important point that you make, is that sometimes it's not really dirt cheap.
Yeah.
But it feels dirt cheap compared to what you're used to.
Yeah, like when you travel.
Yeah.
If you go to Southeast Asia.
Oh, yes.
Oftentimes the prices seem dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Because we're used to, different prices.
Well,
but,
those tropical fruits.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And fresh seafood, shrimp.
Uh-huh.
It's like dirt cheap compared to what we pay here.
Yeah. But the locals are like, what? That's the
not
normal
dirt
price.
cheap. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Fine-tune something means to make small changes to improve something. Your guitar sounds amazing. What did you do to it?
I took it to a music store and had them fine-tune it.
Okay. Yeah. Musical instruments are usually fine-tuned.
Yeah.
I fine-tuned my motorcycle engine so it runs much quieter now.
Yeah, anything that's like a machine, you often have to fine-tune. But it doesn't have to be just machines. Maybe you are trying to fine-tune a novel. Like you've written a novel, but just change it a little bit. The balance is a little off.
Yeah, we can actually use this with presentations and speeches. You need to fine-tune this area.
Yeah.
You need to make, a little changes. Not big, to make it better.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, especially since is our power pattern.
Yes, means particularly because.
Okay. Especially since we get only 2 weeks of vacation each year.
So we need to think about something more, right? Especially since he just started working here and I've been here for 2 years.
Okay, so especially since. And our power vocab is groceries.
Yes.
Okay. So.
Now it's time to go into the next part of our show.
Okay. Wait a second.
What?
It's April Fool's.
Oh, what? We are doing an hour?
Yes.
Aww.
We weren't doing an hour. That was just a joke. It's April Fool's.
It is. It is.
So we had to fool you. Hopefully we had you fooled.
We would love to do an hour with you.
We do.
And maybe in the future we will.
Maybe.
But yes,
Okay.
for now we will continue to do 20 minutes a
All
day.
right. Thank you always so much for studying with us. And do check out Audio 어학당
Yes.
as always. And check out all the wonderful programs there. Have a wonderful day and we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.